So, what is your name?
My name is Elizabeth Bufard. They call me the Queen Bee because my husband and I own Round Rock Honey. When you're diagnosed with MS, you have a feeling of loss. You can have a feeling of loss. And working out can give you the confidence back in yourself.
Working with Elizabeth on our MS workouts, truly a joy. She is fun, she gives her effort, she allows us to have a insight into an individual living with MS in a chair.
I am working with MS workouts because I know it's hard for a lot of people to get to where they can work out at all. And they can at least work out with the computer and seeing these exercises, because these are exercises that can help. They've helped me, they've helped other people, and I want everybody to see them.
If you show up, you put forth effort, you're going to gain from the process. And that's why we're here. We're here to be the support, be your guidance, to allow you to get the very most out of your body and enjoy your life, plain and simply put.
It will make a difference in your world. If not your body, it will also help your psyche. So let's do it.
In the last class, we focused on nutrition and what goes into a healthy meal. Hopefully, it inspired your creativity in the kitchen. On the day before the last day of your MS Workouts camp, we will be performing a few exercises that will help with foot drop by adding strength to the muscles around your foot. Let's begin.
Welcome to the day before the last day of your MS Workouts 7-day strength camp. We hope that by now your body is feeling some early benefits of the healthy week of strength training, nutrition, and stretching. Strengthening your body will lead to overall improvements in balance, coordination, energy levels, atrophy, grip, and so much more. Today's strength camp, we're going to focus on 2 exercises that you can do at home that's going to help combat foot drop. When we first posted our foot drop video on YouTube, we never expected to receive over 80,000 views so quickly. What was really inspiring though was hearing responses from all over the world from people who are gaining benefits from those exercises. In response to that demand, we've decided to give you brand new and exclusive exercises for foot drop that we've designed along with Tina Waring, the Director of Physical Therapy at Central Texas Neurology Consultants, using the Steady Pace technique. Remember to have your progress sheet with you so that you can be measuring your time during these movements. Grab a sturdy chair and let's begin. All right, let's execute an exercise that's going to fight against foot drop. We're going to grab a band and or a towel. This is an exercise that can be executed whether you have a very strong lower limb and you can lift your foot and you just sometimes have issues with lifting that foot, or you cannot lift your foot at all, okay? This is an exercise that's going to allow us to get that neurological connection working between the muscles and your lower leg, your head, your brain, right? So let's go ahead, ankles underneath the knee. We're going to go eccentric in nature. So in a second, we're going to pull the toe up. Now, when I say pull the toe up, you're going to think about trying to lift with your foot. If you can't lift it with your foot, then use the band to help yourself pull all the way up. You're going to go to full flexion, which means bring the toe as high as you can. We're going to hold there for 5 seconds. We're going to lower for 10 seconds. When we get to the ground, we'll relax, then we're going to reset to the top. Now, continue to focus on letting that foot and that anterior tib and that ankle work on its own. All right, all the way up. Squeeze and hold at the tip top. 5 seconds here for 4, 3, as high as you can. 2, if you have to lift, lift. 1, slowly lower. 10 seconds or slower. And it's important to go extremely slow on the way down to let those muscles work. As you go down for 3, 2, toe will hit the ground. 1, relax. Now bring it all the way back up. Yep, flex that ankle, toes as high as you can. And if you're feeling it work, you're going to feel the outside of the leg burn, engage. We're slowly lowering now. You will even feel the top of your foot. If you don't feel it, that's okay. Just like Becky's doing here for 3, 2 to the ground. 1, keep your eyes on that foot. So bring the toe up, keep your eyes on that foot. Even if you can't feel it, toes up as high as it can come. We're holding here for 2 more seconds. 1, now slow on the way down. Really exaggerate the pace because that allows the muscles to do the work, keep the momentum out. Here we go for 3, 2 to the ground, 1, we'll re-engage, bring it up. Good, Becky, I see you rocking. Bring that toe all the way up yourself. Squeeze and engage, flex, try to go as high as you can with the toe. You should feel the burn on the outside of the leg. Now lowering, 10 seconds or slower. Keeping the momentum out allows us to be safe and effective. We want to be measured as well. For 2, 1, relax, here we go. All the way up, flex the ankles, squeeze at the top and breathe. For 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1. Now as slow as we can. Again, if you can, start to loosen and relax that band or that towel and let that muscle work as much as possible. If your leg is shaking, rattling, and rolling right now, that's okay. 1 to the turnaround, relax, come all the way up. We're in a controlled environment here. Last 1 right here, breathing freely. For 4, 3, toe high, 1. Now as slow as we can, 10 seconds or slower, last effort. Try to release and relax the band as much as possible. Let the muscles do the work for 2, 1, and relax. Woo. Take the foot forward, point that toe, stretch, point that toe away. You have lengthened the anterior tibialis and relaxing. So take what you can. If you can't lift your foot all the way, that's all right, use the band. But during the set, really focus on trying to use the band as little as possible to let those muscles do the work. Water, fan, keep it cool, make the progress journal notes, and get what you can for your body. Foot drop is something that a lot of individuals deal with. Foot drop has to do with the weakening of not only the neurological connection to the lower limb of your leg, but also the muscles start to atrophy around the area of the ankle. So what we're going to execute here today is an assisted dorsiflexion eccentric set with the right leg. So I'll explain all that here in a second. What it's going to do is it's going to help and assist not only the muscles engaging and firing, but the neurological system. For those of you, let me spit it out, that can't literally lift that foot up very well, even at all. So let's go ahead, Miss Becky, let's grab the band, or you can grab a towel, whatever you have. We're going to slide it underneath the foot. Now we want to sit forward so that our ankle is directly under our knee. We're going to, with the band, help our foot all the way up. So bring the toe up. If you can, do it yourself. Bring the toe all up as high as you can. Let's hold here for 5, 4, holding 3, should feel it flexing on the outside of the leg. Now slowly lower, 10 seconds, 9 to the ground, 8, 7, nice and slow, 6, 5, 4, breathing 3, 2, and 1. Now let's bring the toe back up. If you have to lift with the band and use that, you can. We're holding 3 more seconds and bring the toe as high as you can. Now slowly lower, 10 seconds or slower. Now by going slow on the way down, you're really forcing these muscles to do the work. By going quick, you don't let the muscles work as well. Momentum's engaged. Now back up, bring the toe up. If you have to use the band, use it. Squeeze, bring that toe up as high as you can. Flex the outside of that leg. Now slow on the way down. We're working your anterior tibialis as well as the muscles on the top of your foot here. As we come down slowly, 2 to the ground, 1 to the ground. Now reset, toe come up as high as you can. Hold for 5 seconds. Keep bringing that toe up. You should feel the muscles in the top of the feet and the outside of the leg engaging. Slowly lower. 10 seconds or slower here. And if it starts to shake, rattle, roll, or you're not even able to move the foot, that's okay. Make a note in your progress journal at what time that happens. Back up. And we will continue to focus on trying to get the most out of it as we go forward, right? Progressive overload. Now we're lowering. 10 seconds here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just looking to engage the body and take what we can, right? Control what you can control. For 2, 1, and relax. Right, one last time. Toe all the way up. Flex it. Keep it as high as you can. Try not to pull at the band as much as possible. Make the muscles do the work. Now slowly lower. 10 seconds or slower. Try not to let that band help too terribly much. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Nice work. Now, go ahead and make a notation in your book. If you had to use the band or the towel a whole lot, make a notation. You ideally want to get to the point to where you're not having to use that band as much. If you felt that you had to use the band or the towel on a specific rep, write that down too. That way you know when the muscles are fatiguing in the entirety of the set. So we can be very measured and progressive. You should again feel the burn on the outside of the actual anterior tibialis for the muscles, as well as the top of the foot. This will help with foot drop, so make sure you're doing it. Rock and roll. Let's execute an exercise that's going to help combat foot drop. This is a beginner to intermediate exercise. You take what you can from your body with us. Make notes in your progress journal, and when you attack it the next time, we will see progress. All right, so we're going to go to heel-toe rock. I'm going to give a little demonstration and talk through first. We have a chair in front of us, but you can use a countertop, you can use your bedpost, you can use the bathroom counter, anything like that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to heel-toe rock, eccentric set. So we're going to start in a second. You don't have to do this yet, Miss Becky. We're going to come all the way up to the tiptoes. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. We're going to lower for 10 seconds. Once our heels hit the ground at that 10-second mark, we're going to rock back to our heels, up to our toes, and then all the way back up. It'll be about 6 full repetitions. Let's go ahead and rock and roll. Okay, so let's go to the tip top. Come all the way up. Yep, onto the toes, evenly through both feet, and we're holding. Let's go 4 more seconds, 3 more seconds, just as high as you can. Now slowly lower, 10 seconds or slower. Squeezing the abdominals, keeping the torso nice and postured and erect as you come down for 4, 3, heels are gonna hit the ground, 2, 1, rock back to the heels. There you go, Becky. Now to the toes, and then all the way up, extend the ankle. This is working not only the calves, but it's giving a good stretch as well. Slowly lower, so ankle extension, right? As well as getting a good stretch on the calf on the way down, working all the muscles in the front of the leg, the back of the leg, rock back to the toes. Now extend to the ceiling just as high as you can. Now if you can't even come up off the ground when you attempt to come up, that's perfectly fine. Lowering slowly. You just attempt to pressure the toes and try to come up as high as you can. For 3, 2, 1, let's rock back. Now to the toes. Now just press through the toes, engage, attempt to go as high as you can. You go as high as you can. 1, now slowly lower. Even again, if your heels are not coming off the ground, just firing those calves and those muscles that are allowing us to extend, that's going to help prompt the body in the direction you want it to be. Roll back. Now to the toes. Good, Becky. Now extend all the way up, trying not to use the hands as much as possible. Now slowly lowering, 10 seconds or slower. Really focusing on this lower body engagement, not only flexion but extension of that ankle. For 3, 2, here it comes, 1, now rock back, pull the toes up. Now toes back down, all the way up, it's squeeze and hold right here. Last effort, here we go, as high as you can. Now slowly lower, 10 seconds or slower right here. Really focusing on going slow with the heel to the ground is going to allow us to lengthen and let the muscles work. For 2, 1, relax. You can actually bring those toes up, let it stretch a little bit, and done for. Make sure you got the cool environment, make sure you got the water, make sure you're making notes in your progress journal so that the next time we come against this exercise, we can make sure we're being measured, right? So, Miss Becky, any feedback? Did you feel any difference between your right and left foot?
My right has a little bit of a foot drop, so it's a little bit harder to lift them up.
Perfect, and she would make that notation, and that is why we were doing this exercise, to prompt a more pliable and strong nature to that right side. Hoo-ah, rock and roll. Great job today. Don't miss the last class. It is my favorite class of the entire strength camp. We have something really exciting in store for you that you can keep forever. We'll see you tomorrow.